feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no
I like that. Okay. Can't say I don't like it. All right. Anyway. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta go grab my DoorDash, man. Yeah, I got I don't know why I just found out about this place called Charlie's, my nigga. Like I got cheesesteaks. I like cheesesteaks. So I definitely ordered something. Let me see. I'll play something for y'all. What the hell is Charlamagne talking about? All right. Listen to Charlamagne kick some ism, man. Go check out his book. Get honest or die lying. All right?
Of hip hop. And when it comes to hip hop, of course, many people think of Diddy as one of the pioneers. And at one point, you were not happy that his legacy was being destroyed. Let me play this piece of sound.
I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I mean, I don't like it just because it's sad. Like, you know, how many people's legacies have we watched burn to the ground? You know, from the Russell Simmons, from, you know,
but it's
Diddy.
good.
These guys provided the soundtrack to our lives. They contributed to culture in real ways before we knew any of this. No, you have feeling, you have mixed emotions.
And then the video came out after that. He's now issued his sort of apology. Cassie's come out again. Have your thoughts on that changed?
Well, my thoughts, even in that clip that you just played, in context, I said it's sad to see these people's legacies being destroyed based off, you know, at the time, alleged poor choices. Now we know that those poor choices aren't alleged. We saw the video. So yeah, it still is, you know, sad to see them, you know, not do the work on themselves, have all that unhealed trauma, projecting that pain and that hurt onto a woman. So yeah, he put himself in that situation. And yes, that is still very sad to see. It's sad all across the board. I don't know why we act like, you know, it's just one emotion when it comes to things like this. Because somebody like, you know, Diddy, yeah, we're lying to ourselves if we say he didn't provide the soundtrack to our lives. I don't know him on a personal level. I just know the professional accolades, which were very inspiring to somebody like me. Him having his own record label, him having his own, you know, vodka, like becoming a billionaire. Like those were things that were like, wow, that's the American dream in a lot of ways, right? And to be doing that from hip hop, that was something that was commendable, but we didn't know him as a person.
So are you now angry at him, disappointed in him about the fact that this guy you admired so much has turned out to be a pretty bad guy?
Angry at him, disappointed in him. I don't know if I know him to be angry at him or disappointed in him. I think what bothers me the most is just constantly seeing people make poor decisions and poor choices that cause them to self-destruct. And I think that even with this situation, one thing that I think we get lost in is the celebrity of it all. I think you have to focus on the issue, not the individual. Whatever happens to him is going to happen. He's going to have to deal with the consequences of his actions. And you see it happening now. Like, I don't know if that's going to lead to him, you know, being arrested or whatever, but the empire is falling. It's over professionally. The only thing he can do is go out there and try to get his soul right. But what about the issue of domestic violence?
Right.
What about the issue of patriarchy? What about the issue of, you know, unhealed trauma inside of people that is causing brothers to, you know, cause that kind of harm, you know, to women? Those are the things that we should be talking about, because there's somebody, as I'm talking right now, there's a woman out there probably getting beat up or assaulted, you know, by a man, and her story isn't going to be on the news. And that, you know, culture of men doing those kind of things, committing violence to women, is still going to be going on. We need to be having conversations about that. Yeah, solutions. We know what the problem is, but if we continue just to focus on the individual, we'll get caught up in that. You'll be asking me questions like, so should Peloton be getting rid of Diddy's music? It's like, F Diddy. Like, he's going to have to deal with the consequence of his actions. But what about everybody else that still has to deal with domestic violence? That's women that still have to deal with the patriarchy. Women that still have to deal with, you know, men that have unhealed trauma projecting that onto them. Like, that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to ask you about Peloton, so. Charlamagne.
All right.
So, you know, I know Puff. So it's very disappointing to see that from someone that, again, I consider my peer. Someone that, you know, I've always, because we're the brotherhood of hip hop, showed a certain degree of respect. But You can't unsee that. And it's really a shame. And what I think when I see that, number one, I got daughters.
Yeah.
So, you know.
All right. And anyway, I'm kind of exhausted in that. Yo, let me read a lot of y'all donations. Y'all were bringing up some good topics. I know I did not ignore you guys. Don't you worry. Rel 220 says, yo, act, man. Drake got you in a blender, my boy. Got you spinning right now. Crazy. Y'all feel so? Michael Brown says, yo, Kendrick's trash. Drake all day with the bops. Shauna Keys says, act, did you watch the What's the Dirt video on the topic? I did, and I did it on stream. Ancient Angel, he says, yo, K-Dot made BBL Drizzy and J Fold into SoundCloud. What? SoundCloud era? What? Parker. Wait, what the fuck did I lose? He says, sorry, but there's a reason we're all here on Act Stream. At some point, we can't just be trolling and respect Act's opinion and listen without the hate. No, yeah, listen, y'all. The chat is for y'all to voice your opinion about my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, of course. If y'all feel like I'm glazing or I'm whatever, it's cool. You know? Blackcon says, act, if a timestamp reference leaks, can we then finally stop the cap and get Drake out of top the hip-hop big three discussions? That would be a very good conversation at that point. A timestamp record leaks is like, bro, what are we going to do, right? Cool. Michael Brown says, yo, Drake's the pop goat of his generation. Stephen Joseph says, yo, act, don't let these Kendrick Lamar fans get to you. We don't care about reference track because if that artist was so special, they'd be on top. Yeah, I kind of agree too with that, but I don't want to diminish the artists who are doing these actual tracks. Like, you know, I felt like Yachty took a lot of blame when people were shitting on Yachty, like, oh yeah, Yachty's trash, this and third. And then come to find out Yachty worked on like one of Drake's most lit songs in the last year. I thought that wasn't fair. Osley Brand, thank you for the 5. It says, yo, act, Mob Ties was written by 15 people, including Aubrey Graham. Do your research. Co-writing and other writers is what the business is all about. I mean, yeah, the co-writing and writers are in the business, you know? Daddy Logic says, Drake didn't write back to back. I refuse to believe it and stop bringing up Daylight. He ain't right shit. TJ the Stunner, he says, yo, I'm a Drake hater and I waited for this, but if a motherfucker sent me a reference track and I get it popping, it's my song. Fuck what everybody else is talking about. So he's saying, even though he don't like Drake, he understands Drake using reference tracks. Stacking Sats says, yo, act, the way you idolize Drake is sinful. Stop and find God. Really? Bro, like, I feel like I kept it honest today. Like, I was disappointed. I still said that. Like, do y'all just go past me saying that? Or do y'all just want me to just say, fuck this nigga? That's what I guess you want me to say, right? Isaiah JP says, Drake is the greatest industry plan of all time. Parker then comes back and says, I agree. Don't know what he's talking about there. Calvin Shaw says, yo, there's a talent also for Drake to be having an ear for what's going to hit. We need to hear what Drake wrote for others. I mean, we kind of know what he wrote for others. He wrote Heated for Beyonce. He wrote Come and See You for Party Next Door. He wrote a couple other records for Party Next Door. Wrote for Jamie Foxx. What's the name of that record? I'm forgetting it, but he wrote a decent amount for a lot of people. He wrote for Alicia Keys and others too, okay? Russell West says, someone posted a source for this Rogan thing. I think someone was trolling about news with Rogan. That was not true. Jay Reezy, thank you for the 2. It says, the writers of these songs are underpaid and leak. No, well, they should get paid because they're going to get paid with the publishing. Like, these guys are listed on the publishing. This is the thing about them not being ghostwriters. Them not being ghostwriters was criminal because it also robbed them of the art. These guys are listed and credited on the song. When you're listed and credited, it's up to your attorneys to kind of argue about your publishing split, but you're definitely getting some pub. You're credited. You're definitely going to get some pub, right? Emery Clark says, act, he's about to be 38 and rapping about young women like he don't got a kid now. How long could he stay on that? I think he's going to try to do it as long as he can, honestly. Also, he's been getting stuck on flow since Deuces. He says, I think it's just caught up to him. Okay. Cuban was saying that my audio was messing up. I think I fixed it. The What's the Dirt explained it. We played that video, by the way. Somebody said, do you think Ebony Prince is leaking all of these? No. I don't think Ebony Prince is leaking all of these. Someone said, all the audios is Ebony Prince and he supposedly has a Drake laptop. I think we kind of came to the conclusion it wasn't Drake's laptop. Uzi Crits, it says, your bro's putting us in timeout for calling out the Glaze. Oh, no, I didn't put you guys in timeout. That's probably a mod or something like that. Someone said him and Drake got the same agenda. Parker says, you're proving Kenny right. Berserk says, it's not true and we're losing brain cells. Listen to you move the goalposts. He literally has rap reference tracks. He's a good pop star. MG Nook says, the way these super fanboys move the goalposts to Drake is ridiculous. Antoine Jones says, yes, he is rapping. I guess y'all are saying we can't just say it's a good song because Drake is rapping on the record and you feel like him using a record to substantiate his rapping isn't cool. Somebody said, laugh my ass off. Not you, Kendrick, using reference tracks. I'm telling you, it's very popular in the business. Daniel Bradley says, this man Drake said he wrote all of his hits. That was a flat out lie. Here's the thing. Is Mob Ties one of the hits? It was a 7th release single from Scorpion. I could go back to it. It was a 7th release single on Scorpion. I think over time it's probably appreciated well. Let me see. Let me look at even the views or whatever. I got it on my screen. I know you guys can't see it. Mob Ties has 378 million streams. The records with more streams on that tape is Nonstop. What else? God's Plan. I'm Upset. Let's see what else. Nice for What? Ironically, Finesse. In My Feelings. Don't Matter to Me with Michael Jackson. Yeah, so it's about the 7th most popular record on that album. But if you want to say it's a hit, because I feel it has a hit type vibe to me, I won't fight it. Antoine Jones says, it's not the first time I heard it's a reference track for Loyalty. Parker says, I don't care about reference tracks, etc. He's a great star. The whole point is that he wants to be a top 3 rapper, and this is proven a hard no. All good, do your thing. Stay out of the top 3, that's all. So Parker's just saying he just has a problem with the top 3. Queen of Topics, thank you. Hey, how you doing? It says, the Drake interview's not happening, so stop it. Okay, we get it. You a fan, but if this was anybody else, we'd be calling them out. Drake lied, period. Damn, Queen of Topics going hard on me today. Pause. Fuck Robert says, what made Drake top 1 was his versatility. That's what's that question now. Give Jay back the crown till further notice, till it's investigated. The successor hasn't been found because of this. Jugs1 says, ESTG's beefing with Yo Gotti. How do you know that? Was there something publicly posted? ESTG? Has he posted on his page? He's signed to Yo Gotti's label, isn't he? Somebody said, I heard that Gotti line, but also missed it. Let me see. See if I can play it for y'all. Here we go.